Today on CCX News, our top stories of 2024, including the largest apartment complex in Brooklyn Park on the verge of being sold, what a potential sale could mean for the city and for its tenants. The second largest apartment complex in the Twin Cities is up for sale, leaving its residents in limbo. Huntington Place Apartments has more than 800 units and is home to roughly 2,500 people. Its owner, nonprofit housing developer Aon, wants to sell the property because of financial woes. It's also asking the city to forgive about $3.5 million in loan funds it received to improve the property. That's a key ask. For a pending sale to go through, the city would have to agree to that request. Aon has an agreement to sell to a New York-based real estate investment firm, but some council members don't think the out-of-state buyer is being transparent.
I think my concern is what type of partner are they getting into it with when they don't answer these basic questions.
They have to convince me that they're a safe way to lose this $3.5 million at this point. 'Cause in some ways, foreclosure seems safer.
If the city doesn't forgive the loan, the complex could go into foreclosure and then be sold on the open market. That would remove existing rent restrictions and potentially displace residents. The council is expected to revisit the issue in the coming days. From one potential sale to a huge step to developing a major piece of land in Plymouth. As Kevin Miller reports, a grand vision to redevelop the former Prudential site is starting to take shape.
1, 2, and 3. There we go. Good job.
With an obligatory shovel toss,
This has been a long time coming.
the heavy lifting starts.
How often does the city get a chance for redevelop 75 acres in the middle of our city?
Project officials broke ground this week on the former Prudential campus in Plymouth. The project is indeed massive. There's 75 acres worth of dirt to move here.
Project of this scale, there's a lot of things that go into it. You know, we don't just snap our fingers and have it come together.
Dan Salzer is director of development for Scannell Properties. He says that suburban redevelopment of this size is, quote, unheard of.
Location, location, location. It's a key fundamental of real estate, and you don't often get an opportunity at a site like this.
The plans call for about 800 apartment units and a new prototype Coburn's grocery store. Other retailers are also expected.
What we tried to achieve was building a city within a city. So you're going to have some retail in here, you're going to have a grocery store in here, Summit Orthopedics is going over here, and then there's going to be a 13-acre park where you can see the trees over my shoulder.
Plymouth Mayor Jeff Washy says a waterfront plaza planned for the site will give residents new restaurant options, giving it a feel like Centennial Lakes in Edina.
Neighbors from nearby, they'll be able to walk here and go to the restaurants here. They'll be able to enjoy the park. It became the centerpiece of the whole development. It's going to be pretty exciting to see.
In total, there's about $350 million of development planned, but these piles of dirt won't be transformed overnight.
It's a 5-year project. It takes time to build out all the retail and business.
In Plymouth, Kevin Miller, CCX News.
The project site is referred to as the Boulevard. Construction on the Summit Orthopedics building has already begun. Meanwhile, in Brooklyn Center, an important step to redevelop a site as big as the Plymouth one. This 80-acre site is located north of Highway 100 and east of Shingle Creek Parkway. The city refers to it as the Opportunity Site. It's where the former Target store is currently being demolished. Brooklyn Center envisions the area as a future downtown. The City Council approved a master plan for the area this fall, an important step to attract developers.
Whether or not the markets change soon, that's anyone's guess at this point. It seems to change on a day-to-day basis, but we've been continuing to pursue opportunities to get more grant funding, get more backing, talk to other developers, so that when the market is right, we can move on it and that we're not, back at step one.
One intriguing possibility, city officials say they were contacted about the idea of turning the former Target into a destination soccer facility. One of the top stories in Robbinsdale comes with an Italian twist. And as I found out, a new gourmet chocolate shop puts an artistic spin on every flavor.
Salted caramel, make it caramelize, and then I'm going to add the cream and the butter to make sure that it comes out right.
Everybody has dreams in life.
I always had curiosity about working with chocolate.
But most people don't travel 4,900 miles to make them come true.
I came from Italy when I was 27 years old, so about 13 years ago. This place welcomed me, and I wanted to say thank you.
Denny Rain's way of saying thank you is by introducing an assortment of artistically designed chocolates.
This is a high-end product. It's not something that you find in Target. It's something that obviously costs a little bit more money because there's a lot of process involved in this.
Rain is the owner of Cocoa Flake, which you'll find near 42nd Avenue and West Broadway.
It feels unreal to know that I have a home to come to every day where I can produce and I can be myself and express myself with my colors and my chocolate. The raspberry, for sure, it's pink, so why not pink?
Her primary product is the chocolate bonbon,
I wanted to resemble a galaxy.
with each one taking 3 days to produce.
The coffee brings up my Italian heritage, so I painted with the Italian flag colors.
The finished product is a work of art that, in most cases, looks how you might expect it to taste.
Almost too pretty to eat, but then you have to eat it, and once you eat it, you're just like, oh, this is good, I want more.
Then there are the seasonal ones like the sour apple designed for Halloween.
They wanted a bloody eyeball. It's Halloween, you want it to be bloody, right?
Rain's hope is that people will think of Cocoa Flake when it comes to things like birthdays, holidays, and weddings.
What's better than a box of chocolate for any occasion, really, or you're just craving something?
As for why she moved from Italy to Minnesota, she visited in January and loved the snow, which is how Cocoa Flake got its name.